What's up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and we are a couple hours away before the new episode of Big Brother tonight. So I thought what I would check out a top 10 list. This is not mine, but this is a top 10 list of the most memorable Big Brother moments in the U.S. version. So let's go ahead. Let's check this out. Let's see if I agree or not. I do know there's probably not one on this list because I have a funnier sense of humor than most. But just go back to Big Brother 17, and if it's on here, then this makes this list even better. But if you remember the twins, Liz and Julia, when you get down to like the final, what was it, 6 or I think maybe in the final 6. And final 6, final 5, I'm not sure. And they were talking about the magicians, Siegfried and Roy, and for some reason, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to try to find that video and do a reaction video on that, so that you guys will know what I'm talking about. But they call them Sigmund and Freud. Oh man, that's oh man, that's one of the better moments, and Liz and Julia, they were known for their malaprops that season. The one in the DR where she just completely fucked up a thing. Oh man. And there was one this season. It never will make air, but there was one this season that had me rolling. It was on the live feed, and for some reason, Paul was trying to figure out, how Christmas goes to the bathroom and needs help going to the bathroom. And Christmas, this is an insane cast. And Christmas goes, do you want to see me pee? And Paul, what about a 10-second pause, goes, hits the line of the century. I do not want to see you pee. And it's just, I could not stop laughing for about 10 minutes because I was just rolling. Oh my Jesus. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at the top 10 most memorable moments in Big Brother US history.
He's watching you, and so are we.
Justin being expelled, I think, was the proper action. And I'm looking forward to continuing on.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best Big Brother US moments. For this list, we're looking at the funny and or dramatic moments that the American version of this long-running reality game show has given us throughout its run so far.
Talking to you is like talking to the most vile devil child in the world, and I'm done with it, baby, because I'm done with you, because your game in this house is over.
These can be any moments from those that make us gasp, cringe, or laugh so hard that tears stream down our faces. Number 10. Chima is expelled.
Chima is a diva. She's been breaking rules since day one, and she acts like the rules don't apply to her.
After Jeff used the coup d'etat to replace both of Chima's nominations, ultimately sending her alliance mate Jesse packing, You could tell the Brains Click member was fed up with the show.
I'm just defeated. I don't even give anymore.
You're not defeated. Don't say that. Don't let them defeat you, Chima.
She joined her friends in hilariously mourning the loss of Jesse as though he had died, but took it one step further by tossing her mic into the jacuzzi and ignoring Big Brother's requests to go to the diary room.
If I leave the house, I'm out. No, I'm not coming.
Go to the diary room.
Oh,
That was strong.
can you hear me when I say that?
Eventually, the producers got equally fed up with her diva antics and booted her from the game.
She would just go.
Chima.
I'm not coming.
Chima, it's Allison.
I'm not coming.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm not coming.
I need you to come. I need you to come to the diary room now. So please do that, okay?
Breaking the rules is not cool, but at least her meltdown was entertaining, unlike Willie's expulsion for headbutting another house guest, which was just plain scary.
Willie, go to the back bedroom.
Y'all coming down here for?
Because we can be in here. It's our house, too. You don't own this place. I don't get... Willie, you're a jerk.
Joe, do not follow him.
Number 9. Will's finale speech.
My plan right now, my last 3 weeks, I'm going to pull the mask off. People aren't going to like what they see.
Will Kirby is a name that today's fans of the franchise will still speak of with awe and amazement.
God, you have a lot of wrinkles. I've never seen so many. It's like your forehead is trying to leave the rest of your face.
The legendary player first entered the house in 2001 and won. At the finale, he made a speech basically claiming that if they didn't vote for him to win, they had a problem with reality television, and by extension, reality itself.
If you're not happy with this show, maybe you're not happy with reality-based TV in general. If you're not happy with reality-based TV, maybe you're not happy with, as the name suggests, reality.
He got way too deep, and it confused people enough that they voted for him. 5 years later, and people still hadn't learned, since Will made a speech on the All-Star season about how much he hated everyone, but somehow still remained in the house.
I hate you all.
This season, I hate you all. Please don't use the power of veto on me. Vote me out.
No one voted even against me. Everyone voted against Jace.
Number 8. Janelle evicts Will.
Janelle is my favorite Big Brother player ever.
Will may be an epic player, but if he is the king of Big Brother, Janelle is the queen.
I hold the record for most competition wins in a season. 5 powers of vetoes and 4 HOHs.
And in the end, the queen was the only one able to overthrow him. It was down to the final 4 players of Season 7, also known as the All-Star season, and Will and his Chilton Alliance member, Mike Boogie, were feeling pretty safe since they took their showmances, a portmanteau combining romance and for the show, first coined by them in Season 2, with them.
Yeah! Big Brother All-Stars!
But alas, the boys didn't anticipate the girls turning on them, and Will was sent packing by his own showman's partner, Janelle.
I really feel like this summer I've made a lot of mistakes in the house, and after tonight I'm done making mistakes. And for Marcellus and Howie, I vote to evict you.
Boogie ended up winning that season. Number 7, Evil Dick wakes up the house.
Isn't it funny how I can be more honest than the people reading the Bible in the house?
Evil Dick is another name that will forever live in infamy.
Gonna keep harassing everybody? Gosh, it's brutal.
Should be. You lied and so did he.
Okay.
The man won his season, despite being generally disliked and feared by his fellow house guests, as well as dealing with being stuck in the house with his estranged daughter, Danielle.
I'm here to win $500,000, and I'm here to win the love of my daughter back, the relationship with my daughter back.
But the main reason Dick is such a memorable house guest is because he often made life a living hell for the others. Like all those times he and Jen butted heads, or when he woke the house guests up during the night to put the target on his own back instead of Danielle's. Everything he did to help him and his daughter advance in the game, and it worked.
Congratulations, Dick. You are the final head of household.
Number 6, Twin Twist Reveal.
That guy Steve and this guy John, he's a dentist. He's a dentist. I was a dental assistant. No, but don't say that.
2015, Season 17 saw 2 twins, Liz and Julia, secretly switch places in the house.
Let me tell you, like, my relationships. Jeff, love. Austin, love. James likes a little Liz action. The HOH.
However, the first time this twist was used in the game was back in Season 5, when twin sisters Adria and Natalie fooled their fellow contestants for a good portion of the game.
I'm Adria.
Me and my sister, we have been switching in and out sporadically.
House guests nowadays expect big twists, so things like twin switches are sniffed out fairly fast.
9 o'clock this morning, you had a little bit more weight than that, boo. Slim fast don't work that fast.
She definitely looks different.
But Adria and Natalie trading places remained a secret right up until the moment Julie revealed it to the house.
Who has been playing the Big Brother game with their identical twin?
Nobody saw it coming, especially Jace, who was not happy. Older seasons were so much more satisfying, since house guests were genuinely shocked to see the twins emerge. Number 5, Kaser returns.
But I would kiss Kaser. Good God in heaven.
Poor Kaser. This fan favorite player's biggest downfall was that he was too trusting. After being the 4th house guest evicted, it was revealed that one of them would be returning to the house.
The person America has chosen to move back inside the Big Brother house is Kaser.
Of course, American viewers voted Kaser back in, which he immediately messed up by throwing the 14-hour HOH endurance competition to Jennifer, who promptly nominated members of his alliance and resulted in him being eliminated again by the week's end.
Kaser, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
In a special double eviction episode, Janelle, one of his allies in the game, avenged him by nominating the people behind his eviction.
Janelle, who is your first nominee?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, please take a seat in one of the nomination chairs. Janelle, who is your second nominee?
Maggie.
Fans voted him back the following season for All-Stars, but he didn't do much better.
Kaser, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
Number 4, Chilltown Alliance.
I'm sure people are going to say I'm having a showmance with Mike Boogie. There's nothing wrong with 2 men being in a hot tub together sometimes. Right?
Will Kirby and Mike Boogie Malin made their Big Brother debut on Season 2 of the series, and then were both brought back for All-Stars. Mike would return as a mentor for Season 14 as well.
This season, there's a bit of a new format where I'm coming back as a coach and a mentor to a few different players.
They were the first ones to create an official alliance known as Chilltown.
Chilltown were better looking, cooler in their everyday lives, people you want to spend time with as opposed to buying insurance policies.
Chilltown returned in full force for Season 7, funnier and more manipulating than ever. Arguably 2 of the best players to ever set foot in the house, each with a win under their belts. The best thing to come of this pairing is without a doubt their diary room sessions.
Hello? Will? Yeah. Hey, it's Boogie. Hey! Check this out. Let me hear. So, I'm at the nomination ceremony, and Kaser put both our keys in the box.
If it were up to fans, most would agree that these 2 would appear on every season.
Hello? Hey, Boogie, it's Will. What's up, man? How you doing? Dude, are you in the final 2?
Number 3, Evil Dick and Danielle make final 2.
Oh, there's my daughter that hasn't talked to me in 2 years.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
I could give him, because how it goes is how it goes.
You knew Season 8's twist was going to be more dramatic than ever when it was announced that some would be entering the house with their enemies.
Hello, Danielle.
What's the story, Morning Glory?
Danielle's my daughter.
One such pairing was Evil Dick and his daughter Danielle, who hadn't spoken to him in 2 years. You could see how much closer the 2 had become in those 81 days in the house. Dick endured over 7 hours of the harshest HOH competition of the series for her. He ultimately lost that one, but won the final competition that would see him and Danielle sitting in the final 2.
There is no decision. Zach, you're out. Me and you, Danielle, we won this whole thing. It's done.
Danielle returned with her father for Season 13, but he was forced to quit during Week 1 due to the discovery he was HIV positive.
Due to an urgent personal matter, Dick had to unexpectedly leave the Big Brother game. This summer, everyone's playing in pairs, and Danielle no longer has a partner due to circumstances beyond her control.
Number 2. Marcellus doesn't use the veto.
But at this stage in the game, I'd guess Chicken George.
Jesus Christ.
No, I could never be that desperate.
This next moment remains undisputed as what's arguably the dumbest move ever made in the history of the franchise.
Unbelievable.
We can't be too harsh on Marcellus, since Season 3 was the first time the power of veto was introduced, but we can still be a little harsh. It was nearing the finale, and he was sitting next to his best friend in the house, Amy. He had the veto around his neck, but couldn't bring himself to use it, since he felt it would be like evicting Amy himself.
Amy, I love you so much.
Okay. You're positive about your move. I will leave it at that.
Unfortunately, he didn't realize if he was still sitting on the block, then he would go home in her place.
I'm sorry, but I vote to evict you, Marcellus.
Let me just cut in here and make it official. Marcellus, you are now evicted from the Big Brother house.
I'm sorry.
We're about to reveal our number 1 pick, but first, here are a few honorable mentions.
I know that you've had a really hard time here, and even though everybody's probably kicking me in my ass, you're sad.
I never said that. You told me you asked my face. When you asked me, I said I wasn't sure, because you know what? I don't love attitude. I do not love attitude.
Going. You can't, no.
I think Candace's already on the dark side because she's already dark, so.
Right.
Be careful what you say in the dark, man. I'll be able to see the bitch.
First, Michael, you and Jennifer discovered that the two of you were related.
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
Number 1. Dan's funeral.
Then go kick their ass!
I'm Dan Giesling, and I was the winner of Big Brother 10.
Beware of Dan's mist. When past winner Dan Giesling was asked to return as a coach for Season 14 alongside fellow alumni Boogie, Janelle, and Brittany Haynes, he came back in full force. When he found himself facing eviction, he orchestrated his own funeral as a metaphor for his death in the game.
I'm dressing all black for a reason. Want to welcome you guys all to my Big Brother funeral.
But it was just a ploy to make the others feel bad for him and distance himself from his alliance member Danielle by calling her out.
You'll never earn my trust back. You know what you did. In this game, you're dead.
She was mad as hell at him. But he ended up staying and even made Final 2 again after betraying Danielle again. Say what you want about him, but Dan's game is pure entertainment.
So Shane, I'm sorry I have to evict you.
Do you agree with our list? What is your favorite Big Brother US moment?
Evil Dick was my favorite player of all time, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I gotta play against him?
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, go ahead and subscribe to Ms. Mojo.
Dustin, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
That was one of the epic turnarounds that week. Again, and I was not watching the live feed back then, so but still, you knew how Evil Dick had acted, but the turnaround that went around from getting Evil Dick out to getting Dustin out was incredible, and it was amazing because from what they showed on television, Dustin started to act like he was like the king of the house. And everybody was like, no, so let's keep Evil Dick in. So that was great turnaround. So yeah, they didn't show they showed the twins I were talking about, but they didn't show the segment I was talking about. I have to try to find that and do a reaction on that for you. And then of course I'll upload it, but then I'll put it down in the comment section so that when you go see it, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so Big Brother fans, what did you think about that list? Did you agree with it? Listen, I can't really argue with it. I do think Dan's funeral is possibly a little bit overrated. I mean, it's you know, I mean, it was a fantastic thing. It was somehow almost on the level of what Dick did that week, you know, but turning it around on Dustin. It's the same thing as this, you know, he was supposed to go up, but then he turned it around and stayed in the game. So, but hey, that doesn't matter. Number two, I think all of them. Yeah, I think all of them. I think it's a good list. I really do. I wouldn't have any arguments with anything. I wouldn't have any arguments putting other things on the list. Any arguments with anything like I would put maybe Zingbox first appearance. I would have put that on the list. I really would have, but it's okay. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the list. Tell me my reaction and everything like that. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. So that's gonna be it for me right now. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. Look for this weekend, the Big Brother Week in Review. This is week 3. And I will talk to you guys later.